Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Joe Boo. What's up, Joe Boo? As well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys and you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up, football guys. Wake up, guys. Wake up. You know, I am truly blessed to be able to sit here every morning and come through and just study everything that is about the Dallas Cowboys. I envy people who get to do this for a living. You know, there's been so many of them out there that have had those chances and they didn't really hold on to them and they took it for granted and now they're not there. Dudes, when you get to have the opportunity to be reporting on football, dudes, you better take care of that, man, because that's a dream for me. So this morning, it is Thirsty Thursday. Program note, Rio, who is a Washington football fan ambassador, in fact, did an interview yesterday with Sam Weich of the NFL Network. Great job on that. Was supposed to be here last weekend, and we would have seen him melt down along with, Philly 500 and, of course, Rashid. He's supposed to show up this weekend. I think it's because they're playing the Atlanta Falcons. I think that's why he's going to show up. But he's supposed to do something with me today, probably around noon or so. We'll be talking about, of course, the Washington football team and how he has been bamboozled by them. So we'll definitely deal with that situation a little bit later. But this morning, we have some good news. La'el Collins is actually back at the facilities. Don't get too excited yet. Don't get too excited. This is just the process of being able to start going to meetings and working out with the team as far as strength conditioning and getting treatment, but cannot be on the field. This is the process of 3 games from now. He'll be finished with the suspension, and then we'll be eligible to play the 31st of October, I believe it is. So at least he is in that situation of getting back. Now, this morning I got derailed from what I was originally going to do this morning's video and had to switch gears because we have players of the first month, okay? Players of the first month list is out. It's out, baby. And we have a player of the month on defense. Hey, we're doing pretty good. And that would be Mr. Trevor Diggs. Diggs, of course, with not 1, not 2, but 3 interceptions in 3 games. And not only that, if Deion Sanders could have tackled the way Diggs did, see, Deion didn't like tackling. Deion's going to be like, look, I'm going to cover the guy. If they happen to throw my way, I'll get the interception and make it a pick 6. But, bro, I ain't going to mess this beautiful thing up right here by tackling somebody. I'll leave that for the Charles Haleys. That's what Deion said. Not in exactly those words, but that's what he said on the field. But Diggs is dirty. He loves the contact. And that guy has tackling down. Oh, my God. When he did that tackle, it literally was like, it brought a tear to my eye because tackling is an art form that is lost today because the NFL don't practice. You know, we're talking about
I'm supposed to be
practice.
the franchise player.
Not a game now. We're talking about practice. But the way he ended up using his shoulders and wrapping his arms up on the guy and literally driving through him, that's why you're seeing guys not going to the house. Instead of guys just trying to take a headshot, be a diving missile and people bounce off, you learned how to tackle. Shout out to Dan Quinn and congratulations to Diggs on that honor. But now, hold up. This is where I got a problem. I got a problem because for the rookies, offensive rookie, Jamar Chase, I ain't got a problem with that. That's cool. That's cool. On defense, Asante Samuels Jr. Now, Asante Samuels Jr., he's doing good. He's doing good, but I'm not sure that he is the best rookie defensive player of the month. let me see if I can find it. I apologize. I thought I already had it in the queue. But let me read what they actually said. This is the paragraph that we got about Asante Samuels Jr. Los Angeles Chargers cornerback Asante Samuels Jr. has become an integral part of the Bolts defense and won Defensive Rookie of the Month. Samuel's stats include 11 tackles, 4 pass defenses, and 2 interceptions. I'm not going to say that that's not good. 11 tackles from a cornerback, 2 interceptions, and 4 pass defenders, that is good. And being an integral part of their defense, oh, of course, integral part. Okay. Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons. This is from Next Gen Stats. You know, Skip. You know them boys at Next Gen Stats. They know the numbers. Skip. In his 3rd career NFL game, Micah Parsons led the Cowboys in pressures with 5 pass rush get-offs at 0.87 seconds and 3 hustle stops. Only 2 defenders have finished with more hustle stops in a game this year. Not rookies. All defensive players. Only 2 NFL players in a game have had more hustle plays. Budda Baker and Jesse Bates. And mind you, that his first 2 games of the season, his 11 pressures beat the record held by Joey Bosa as a rookie for most pressures by a rookie. You follow me on that? He had 11 pressures going into Monday night, and he has 1.5 sacks. Oh, by the way, he changed positions. He played linebacker his first game, but because the Dallas Cowboys defense lost Randy Gregory to COVID, DeMarcus Lawrence to a broken foot, didn't have Neville Gallimore because of a hyperextended elbow, he was forced to be a defensive end from linebacker, which he's only played in 2 games as defensive end. And he's done all that damage. So when you look at Asante Samuels Jr., an integral part, then you look at Micah Parsons, who's the heart and the soul of the defense and the de facto leader and becoming the face of the Dallas Cowboys defense. I kind of say, and I know I'm a homer. That I think that the Dallas Cowboys always should get credit above and beyond everybody else. But it's kind of hard to argue with those numbers of what he has done thus far in the NFL. Let's be clear. Micah Parsons is going to be, or unless it's the great train robbery, unless he gets injured, should end up being the rookie of the year defensive-wise. If he continues on this pace, it will literally be not even close. That game with the Eagles, he was first in the team with pressures. He was first with get-off, first with hustle plays, fourth with tackle distance. Dude is doing it all. But hey, you know, I guess they looked at it and said, we can't give it to 2 Cowboys. And it's kind of hard to not look at Diggs and say, hey, the boy's good. So I will do a video later about my original stuff that I had here, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of where Kellen Moore has kind of hurt the players a bit. And I'll give you the numbers. I'm still compiling them to prove my point. When I give you something, here's the thing that like I said, I don't work for NFL Network or ESPN or any of those guys and stuff. Most of the time, I believe they're handed a script of talking points because it's the narrative. If you go from show to show to show, seems to be almost the exact same narrative, just in kind of another person's own words. And we all know that the Dallas Cowboys are the biggest draw, okay, win or lose. I can guarantee you, I don't know what the numbers are yet for the Monday night game, Cowboys versus Eagles, but I guarantee you it's probably the best Monday night game that's been probably for a long time. That you look at all the most watched games in the different positions, that they will be the highest rated games. We know that if you're talking about Dak Prescott, or, should he have been paid, or Zeke Elliott, has he lost a step and should he be benched, or, Jerry Jones, the crazy owner, it's not the same as if you start talking about Jacksonville's, owner Khan. It's not the same if you're talking about, you follow me. The television programs know, and everybody knows, you talk about the Cowboys, it's going to invoke and get everybody. The thing that I pride myself in is not just following the headlines of what's going on, but trying to dig deeper into the statistics, the numbers, and the history of what's going on and actually come up with a conclusion. Doesn't mean it's always going to be right. It's not. But more times than not, if you do the research, you'll see that some of the things that you're told and led to believe by experts really don't have any basis to stand on. It's just conjecture. So with that being said, I got a lot of work to do. This weekend, I hope, please, definitely, give it at least one try, our Sunday game day live stream. And this will be the one to see, because this is going to be crazy. Because the NFC East, the NFC least, as they say, all are 1 o'clock kickoffs. We will be covering the whole NFC East. I will literally be watching at 4 television monitors and keeping you up to date. We will have our Philly Meltdown cam up here. We will have Rashid, the stinking New York Giant fan, live in the house. And we'll have Rio, the Washington football fan, who literally called his team the Slump Busters, will be in the house. Oh, and I believe my brother, Greg, and his kids, who is a Washington football fan, as well as my father, the reason why I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, will all be here. And hopefully, I won't melt down. So that being said, it's time for me to get up on out of here and get to my day job. As always, I appreciate you. Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?